If you want to build a really big treehouse, or if you want to extend your treehouse, or if you just want to play it safe, then you should have a closer look at our two methods for reinforcing our German treehouse screws. One method of maximizing the load-bearing capacity of your German treehouse screw is the cable suspension, which comes from the top. And the other one is from below, which is the Strut Plus system. Both systems use the GTS safety as an anchor point. We don't have any lever arm. That's why this small screw will be able to almost double up the load-bearing capacity of your treehouse screws. Both systems can be finely adjusted through the turnbuckles, so that if your treehouse screw sank down a little bit, you can push it up again into the horizontal position. And of course, both systems can be retrofitted even years after you build your treehouse. Which of the two methods you choose, it's up to you. The big advantage of the Strut Plus system from below is that you don't have any cable that gets into your way on top. But now, before flying to the moon, let's have a closer look at the single installations first. I'd say we start off with the Strut Plus system. To install our strut system, we need following tools. We need our drill machine with a 24mm auger bit. We need the disinfection spray. We need a sturdy steel stick to tighten the turnbuckle. We need a meter rule, of course. And to tighten the screw, we need this ratchet. And of course, we need our pre-installed treehouse screw and the whole system. Before starting, make sure that those two threads are turned in all the way till only 1 centimeter looks out. Then leave the M30 nut just a little bit open, maybe half a centimeter, and push the upper ring against it. Remove the safety. Take the drilling machine with the 24mm bit, which you disinfect before. Then make sure that the whole thing is vertically below your treehouse screw. Put the small ring to the tree and just start drilling. Do the first centimeters like this, then remove the machine again and put this by side until you reach the end of your borehole. This hole should be should be 15 to 16 centimeter deep. We'll check that. Now we reach the final depth of 15 centimeters. To put in our safety screw, we need to reopen the nut a little bit again. Then we get the right angle. Take the safety screw, disinfect it. Screw it in by hand the first few centimeters. And then switch to the big ratchet. Oh yeah! Like. When you're close to the end, make sure that the small ring really touches the bark. Maybe you have to retighten this one or modify it here a little bit. When the screw is in and both your nuts are tightened, then you can finish the whole thing by turning the turnbuckle counterclockwise and build up some pressure. And you doubled up the load bearing capacity of your GTS All-Star. Next I will show you how to attach the cable suspension set, which is just as easy. You can also combine it with all our major treehouse screws, for example here the GTS top, where I already removed the M30 nut and put on the outer extension. Make sure that your turnbuckle is turned all the way in until only 1 centimeter is left on each side. Our next step is marking the hole of the safety screw. So we put on the steel cable. Watch that the course of the steel cable is slightly offset to the axis of the treehouse screw, and that the hole of the safety screw is perpendicular to that course. That way the whole connection will be a little bit stronger. Then we mark this position with a small wood screw. Disinfect your auger drill. Remove the wood screw. Then start drilling in 15 centimeter deep. All right. Then prepare your ratchet. And start drilling in the screw by hand. Once it's seated firmly, switch to the ratchet and do the rest. You're finished when only 1 or 2 centimeters of the GTS are looking out. So the steel cable is hanging loose here. Okay, finally take the long steel cable, open up the turnbuckle a little bit so you can hang it, and then close the turnbuckle again. You might need a little help of the steer sticky wicky. Okay, now I have to admit that here I made a mistake. In the beginning you should open the turnbuckle and not close it. So make sure that only 1 centimeter of each thread is going in there. There should be a large gap, that in the end you have a lot of possibilities to close it. Oops.
Yeah.
And of course, guys, for those who are really into trios building, you can combine those systems. You can, for example, put one of the cable systems on top and 2 of the strut systems below your GTS All-Star, and then you can go totally crazy. You can build the biggest tree house you can imagine and put 10 to 15 tons of load on your GTS All-Star.